So this was a conversation, and listen, here's what's interesting, is that, we've had these conversations in the past about different things that you can do in order to jumpstart your day, get ahead of the curve, have high levels of energy. Look, here's the facts. The facts is that you'd have to be a special kind of person to roll out of bed 365 days out of the year and be super happy with a smile on your face and a positive ball of energy. Sometimes you need to work on that in order to go through your day with that type of feeling. Look, and I'll be the first to tell you, my wife will be the first to tell you actually before me, right? I don't roll out of bed every day, Mr. Positive, full of energy, right? There's things that I need to do. There's things that we need to do in order to become who we need to become in our business, right? Like, there's enough negativity out in the world that when we're talking to a client face to face, it's like we got to be an actor or an actress sometimes, right? We have to leave behind whatever was going on in our life personally and leave it at the door, leave it behind the screen on virtual, so that we then can be able to have a certain type of conversation with a stranger that they feel comfortable feeding off of our energy. And so there's some things that we've talked about in the past. I'm going to go through the list right now because John put it together. John Kite put it together. And I believe that he strung this list together based on conversations that we've had. And one of them is, it's called a 40-day transformation. And it's something that we can all incorporate into our lives. What was number one? Number one was eating clean, lean meat, veggies, fruits, things of that nature. Now, I don't know what your regimen is like. It's not my business. But can we all agree that if you're eating cleaner, you have a certain type of energy? Like, I like fast food as much as the next person because it tastes great temporarily, but then I feel sluggish after right? Like an hour later, 2 hours later, right? And so it's like, okay, so how do we, guys, hold on one second. What you put in your body is going to be a direct reflection as to how you operate at your day. It's a true story. Like, people joke and people kid around, and it's like, I get up at 5 o'clock. I get at 5 o'clock so I can go do my workout so I can get it out of the way. Here's the other thing. Here's the other thing I'm going to share with you. Don't shake your head, Daniel. Here's the other thing I'm going to share with you, right? Is that if I try to do my workout at 2 p.m, shame on me, because I'm not in a position yet where I have been granted the freedom to do my workout at 2 p.m. Now, I'm not saying that you can't work out in the middle of your day to break up your day. I just feel like that time would be better spent dialing up a lead to schedule an appointment, conducting an appointment, or identifying somebody who wants to join my business. I mean, right? Because we all have the same 24 hours in a day. And I know how, you want to know what the most difficult time in the world is? 5 a.m. in the middle of January in Pennsylvania. Not like 5 a.m. in Florida where it's still like sometimes 70 degrees. Like, it's cold. That's the hardest time in the world to roll out of bed. You do the things that are the most difficult, that make you the most uncomfortable, that will stretch you. It will stretch you in your day. Because if you go work out at 2 p.m, then you got to go take a shower after you work out, and then you got to get dressed again, right? So there's a good hour and a half to 2 hours of your day that you lost that you could have done while everybody else was sleeping. That's all I'm saying. It's not going to be for everybody. It's my regimen, but it's not for everybody. Lamar Anderson and I had a conversation the other day. Lamar lives on a large piece of property. He's got a beautiful home. He's got a lot of land, and he's got farm animals and goats and all kinds of, great stuff there. And so he's responsible for that lawn. He's responsible for that lawn. And what we talked about was outsourcing that. But to outsource somebody to come and cut that lawn is a pretty penny. He's got a lot of land. But in the long run, and we both agreed that it makes more sense for him to outsource somebody to cut his lawn because he'll make more money in the long run with that time that it takes to cut that lawn, where he could spend that time helping a client or identifying somebody to build his business. Is everybody in alignment with what we're talking about here? It's right. It's more than just a 40-day transformation. It's about prioritizing your hours of your day and maximizing yourself. Okay. Move your body, do some kind of workout each day. We just talked about that, a 30-minute walk, run, something like that. Yeah, absolutely. Like, we were joking here at the beginning of the morning here about how, I always stand, and I do. Look, 9.5 years, the last time I sat 8 hours behind a desk, I worked in higher education. I would drive an hour to the job, up and down the Pennsylvania Turnpike, in traffic. I'd get there and I'd spend 12 hours, not 8, 12 hours. And then I would get back in my car, 7, 8 o'clock at night, and I would drive back home. Usually could make it back in about 35 minutes. There was less traffic at 8 o'clock at night than there was first thing in the morning. But what I'll share with you is back then, that was desk time. And all I did was sit behind a desk and talk to my employees and and I remember gaining so much weight. Like, I literally just remember going out to eat 7 times in a day. And I would try to make laps in the school. I worked in the school, and I would make laps around the school and walk around. And people just thought I was nuts, right? Because it was like, if you just sit there, like, it's not good for your back. It's not good for your neck, right? It's just not good for your body to just be in one place for 8 or 9 hours, especially for those of us that are cranking this business, working hard, and really maximizing our day. My advice is take some time for yourself to go for a walk around. Look, even if you still have to be on the phone, take your ear pods, your headset, and just go walk around your neighborhood, but do something that allows you to stretch out your body. Your body will thank you. Your business will thank you, because you're going to have a different type of relationship and connection with the people that you talk to over the phone. We talked about this one before, reading at least 15 minutes a day. I always recommend, whether it's 15 minutes or a chapter or 2 chapters. So it's like, okay, Brett, when do I get all this stuff done, right? How am I supposed to work out and eat right and also be able to invest in myself, personal development? It's a commitment that you have to make to yourself to do these things before the day starts or at the end of the day. I do my reading at night. I don't do it in the morning. The morning is my time to do what we just talked about. I don't turn this on, and I think we've talked about this. I don't turn this on for an hour. And I stopped looking at my email a few weeks ago because, I was just like, why do I look at my email as soon as I turn my phone on? And if there's something in that email that just isn't something that I feel like reading, why do I want to start my morning off like that? So now I haven't turned my phone on for an hour for years. But now when I turn it on, I immediately swipe out the emails so I don't look at them. Okay? The reading happens at night now. It doesn't happen in the mornings. I don't watch TV. The only thing I watch, the only thing that we do TV wise is, for me personally, is sports. You're right. Everybody needs to have an outlet. But it's you're not going to catch me on Netflix ever. And I'm not saying that it's not right to be on Netflix or it's not right to watch your favorite TV show. All I'm saying is that you have to figure out What's more important to you? Is Schitt's Creek more important than reading a book for 15 minutes? Like, I don't know. I don't know. That's something that you'll have to answer. This is why this is called a 40-day transformation. If you follow these little things that we do over the next 40 days, number one, your body's going to change. Your brain is going to change. You're going to see a change in your business. You're going to see a change in your relationships. You're just going to see growth. It's like, it's inevitable. It's the law of the universe. Okay. Here's one I'm going to add. And I don't know about your gyms. I know that my gym that I used to go to in LA Fitness, they did away with it with Corona. But I always used to do like either like a steam or a sauna to sweat out the toxins in my body. It's one of the best things you can do for your body. If you're a smoker and you're trying to weed yourself off smoking, one of the number one best thing that you can do is actually go steam or sauna every single day to get the toxins out of your body, to weed yourself off of that habit. It's very helpful. And you don't necessarily have to go to a gym. You can literally take the smallest area in your house that has a bathroom with a shower in it. And if it has a tub, even better, just fill it up with hot water and let the shower run down in it, and just stand in there or stretch in there. Listen to something on Audible or YouTube while you're in there for 20 minutes, and you will literally find the toxins out of your body. And again, it rejuvenates the system. It rebuilds the system, right? So who would think that insurance agents are sitting around on a Thursday morning talking about better health? You got to understand, though, there's a direct correlation between your health and your business. In order to operate at peak levels, your body has to feel like it's at a peak level. All right, we talked about the no phone, and then the commitment to what you want to do here over the next 40 days for your business. What does that look like for you? Is that one app a day? Meaning, like, you will not shut down your computer. You won't turn off your phone until you've got that one app. It's like we talked about a couple of weeks ago on Saturdays. I went almost 2 years and never came home without an application between a Saturday or a Sunday. It was like a 2-year streak. Now, I didn't go out every single weekend, but every weekend I went out, I had at least one application, whether it was on a Saturday or a Sunday. And I've got stories for days about driving around on a Saturday night at 7 o'clock, driving up a stranger's driveway that had no lights. I get out of my car, there's snow everywhere, and I'm like knocking on this guy's door, like in the dark on a Saturday night. Like, last knock of the day, guy opens the door, we sit down, come away with an application. That whole day was horrible that day. I'll never forget it. That whole day was horrible. Nobody answered the door. Nobody was available. I wanted to go home 17 times, and it was freezing out, and there was snow everywhere. And I'm like, what am I doing here? Like, why am I doing this to myself? But then on the ride home, my whole mentality was different. And so that's the type of thing that you want to bring to the table for yourself. Am I willing to do whatever it takes to win? Am I willing to do these little things in this transformation? And can I do it consistently for 40 days in a row? Here's what I can guarantee you. If you do it for 40 days in a row, on day number 41, don't be surprised if you do it automatically. And on day 63, don't be surprised if you're doing it automatically, because that's how habits are formed. Good or bad, right? Good or bad habits.